Much fun. That's right. We're already having so much fun here on hashtag Rise and Grind. There's so much that you don't get to see. I wish you could see it all. Maybe I'm glad that you don't see it all. I don't know. There's a lot, but today is going to be super, super fun. Glad you're here. Welcome to hashtag Rise and Grind. Which video should I play? I think I'm going to play this one.
Your network is your net worth. You've heard this saying a million times, and you even understand the premise behind it, and yet you can't seem to connect with the people in life who can help take you to the next level. Well, now hashtag Rise and Grind has the solution. Connect with hundreds of hashtag Rise and Grind members nationwide in the hashtag Rise and Grind Elite Mastermind Group. Led by Glenn Lundy and his incredible network of friends, colleagues, and business associates, as a member of the hashtag Rise and Grind Elite Mastermind Group, you'll have the opportunity to meet twice a week with like-minded individuals who can help you take your life to the next level, professionally, personally, physically, and spiritually. You'll become a part of an elite Facebook group with exclusive access to content that can't be found anywhere else, and have the opportunity to connect with top performers from around the world. You'll get front row access to all of Glenn's previous training programs, future programs, speaking events, and hashtag Rise and Grind University. Listen, for only dollars a day, you'll now have the network you've been searching for. A network of people who rise every single day with intention and purpose and can help you evolve into the absolute best version of yourself that you can be. Ultimately, making an impact on your friends, your family members, your community, and your life. Join the hashtag Rise and Grind Elite Mastermind and get your fast pass to a life where your network is your net worth.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you, my friend? How are you, my friend? See, there's no excuse for you not pushing yourself to the next level. In order for you to create a new you must have a new mindset. When teams come together, we can create things that are greater than the sum of all of their parts.
Good morning and welcome to hashtag Rise and Grind. I am your host, Glenn Lundy. I am a husband to one, a father to seven, and the creator of what is going to be the #1 most watched morning show in the world. It is 5:30 a.m. and I hope that you are ready to rise and grind.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you, my friend? How are you, my friend? Dude, today is September 30th. That's right. Today is Wednesday, CMA Day, Carter Myers Automotive Group. Today is Wednesday, September 30th, 2020. And what's crazy is today is the very first and the very last time it'll ever be Wednesday, September 30th, 2020. So I want to make sure we make the absolute most of this absolutely incredible, incredible day. Man, Facebook's doing some crazy stuff already. Facebook says we've been live already for 13 minutes. That's not true. That is not true at all. We've been hanging out maybe in the back in the green room for like 13 minutes, but we have not been live for 13 minutes. So don't think you missed 10 minutes of hashtag Rise and Grind, because you haven't. We're just getting started. Dude, super excited. Carrie Lynne Carter is joining us today. This girl is fierce. This girl is fire. That's right. Look at her. Look at her jumping up. That flames, warrior dashing. And she's an awesome, amazing mother, human, and part of the hashtag Rise and Grind group. I can't wait to introduce you to her in our grand finale of the hashtag Rise and Grind September Spotlights. For those of you that this is your first time watching the show, welcome to hashtag Rise and Grind. Whether you're watching on Facebook, maybe you're listening on our podcast, which we appreciate. Make sure you subscribe, drop the comments, or maybe you're watching over on YouTube. You might even be watching on our second live, however you want to call that, live, not live, live, later at 5:30 Pacific time. No matter what part it is, we've been doing something called hashtag Rise and Grind September Spotlights, where every single day we've been spotlighting amazing superhumans from all around the world that are a part of our group. We've also been doing giveaways every single day, giving away t-shirts and hats and water bottles and all that amazing stuff. And all you have to do is just text the word gear to 859-208-2351, and that enters you in those drawings. Today's the last day of that, so if you haven't done that yet, make sure you text today 859-208-2351 as we do our last day of giveaways. We've also been like bringing in amazing people surprisingly when they don't know they're on camera, and I just switch it over to them real quick while they're looking at their phone because she wants to say good morning to everybody else and doesn't realize that I've got her right there in the shot the whole time. We've also been bringing in amazing superhumans like Carrie Lynne Carter, where we've been doing interviews all month long, and it's been amazing. And my friend Heather Parody has been a huge part of that. She's been hanging out with us. We've been doing it. It's been super, 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 super fun. So I am excited, Heather.
I'm excited.
After last night's debacle that was on TV last night. I'm just going to call it a debacle. We're just going to go there. After last night's debacle, I'm excited to hit the reset button this morning. Like super excited to hit the reset button, right? We're going to hit the reset button and we're going to bring in like Carrie Lynne Carter. So Carrie Lynne Carter is one of our, just so you know, Heather, Carrie's like one of our tiniest humans in stature, but one of our most huge, like impactful.
She doesn't look tiny. That was a strong woman. That gets me excited.
Yeah, dude. She like she
power.
brings it always. So super excited to have her on here today. But I think we have to do this thing where we like dance a little bit, and we got to get the music, we got to get the blood flowing, we got to do all that before we bring Carrie in here to bring the fire, because we got to make sure everybody's ready. Fair enough?
I'm an awesome dancer, so you know I'm ready. I mean, I got some moves.
Your moves lately have been, I've been loving your moves. You've been killing me. You've been cracking me up. First thing in the morning. I love it.
Wake up.
It's like, bring it.
Stay woke.
For those of you that
Stay
know.
woke.
For those of you that know, this is the part of the show. Look, Carrie's dancing too. There she goes. For those of you that know, and those of you that don't know, this is the part of the show where I need you to hit that share button. That's right, I need you to hit that share button, because I believe we can change the way people start their day. It'll make a massive impact on this planet. I truly believe that. Sometimes all it takes to change the way people start their day is for you to hit that share button. This is also the part of the show where I want to say good morning to you, and I want you to say good morning to me. Whether you're watching live or you're watching on replay, say what's up. I'll say what's up back. What's up, Jeremy Nolan? Great to see you. What's up, Shauna Carsale? She's up in here this morning. Travis Flaherty, Mike Overfeld. I see Tabitha. I see Ray Hatcher, John Hayheimer. What's up, Kim Fair? Vicky Everett's in the house. Terry Collins, Rick Tamburino, Emily Gowler, Tina Baker, Janelle Griego. Hey, Carrie. You might get to know Janelle Griego. Carrie Lynne Carter. You know Janelle Griego.
Can't cheat the grind, only get what you put in. So I'm mastering my mentals. I'm focused on my physical.
Heather, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
You can hear me? Can you not hear me, Carrie?
Party in the morning, and I'm awake. The world is so alarmed. And I hashtag rising grind.
Okay. All right. We've also got Suzanne Wall is up in here this morning. Michael Guthrie is in the house. We've got Rodney Rock Hatfield. Eric Burns is in here. Melvin Rodriguez, Brad Smith, Tina Bacon already said her. Robin Welshman. What's up, Mike Stevens? Melinda Gayheimer. We've got Tina Kelly Overfeld. We've got Amanda Sanders this morning. It's going to be a party here. I hope you're ready. I'm ready. Heather's ready. Carrie Lynne Carter is ready. So I think we should do this here on hashtag Rise and Grind. I'm missing my little video. That's right. We're just gonna roll on. It's gonna be one of those mornings. That's right. We're gonna roll on. Hey, Carrie, can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Oh, good. Okay, good. The music was too loud. I was trying to talk to you, and you.
Yeah, I couldn't hear you. Sorry.
I'm so sorry. Hi. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm so excited.
Heather,
You got me a little nervous for it's the grand finale, but I'm super excited.
Yeah, grand finale. We had to save the best for last. Not that the rest aren't amazing. We love them all. But, it just sounds kind of cool when you say it like that. Saving the best for last. Heather, have you met Carrie? Heather, Carrie?
Carrie, you're awesome. I love your pictures. I love your fire. Can't wait to get to know you a little bit more.
Thank you.
Awesome. So, Carrie, dude, how did you find hashtag Rise and Grind? Like, you and I have been running mates for quite a while now in this Rise and Grind thing. But I want to know, how'd you find it and all that? Let's share that with everybody.
So I'm thinking, because I remember when you were first asking people, and it made me think, and you shared it recently when you got connected up with that family that was had 2 kids and at their Dan Cummins, and you guys supplied the car there with a car broke down in the hospital parking lot, and somebody had shared that out, and that's how I got connected. And somehow joined it. How long ago was that, Glenn?
So that was a couple years ago. That was the hurricane, right? There was the big hurricane that pushed everybody up from Florida. And that family's car broke down in Lexington, Kentucky. And she had a baby right there. Like, they broke down in the hospital parking lot. That was crazy.
Yeah, so I think that's how, because I was just asking you how long it's been since you're first in the closet, before you came out of the closet and everything. But yeah, that's been some time. Oh, okay, we need to clarify. Okay, I'm sorry. No.
I did come out of the closet ultimately in I think it was October of 2018, and we finally came out of the closet there. I spent some time doing hashtag Rise and Grind out of a utility closet. It was like a 8-foot by 4-foot utility closet. Had a water heater in the corner. I had a ring light, a microphone, and the chalkboard. And that's why we still have the chalkboard to this day. Because now we have the massive studio, but we keep the chalkboard for a reminder every single day of where we started. Isn't that cool?
That's why I love this month, because all these little stories add so much texture and context to where this is, how this has grown and like how it's evolved. It's so cool to learn about.
Dude, Heather, and you've been an awesome asset and value add. Happy birthday yesterday, by the way.
Thank
Since
you.
Didn't tell us yesterday. We'll do it today. Carrie Lynne Carter, well, first let's back up a little bit. Like, who are you? Where are you? What are you doing?
Wow, that's a loaded question.
Yeah, we're just gonna go there. I'm sure Carrie can take it from here.
Wow. So no, I'm so quiet. I don't know. No, so Heather was just asking me at the beginning, when we were chatting, I'm from Canton, Ohio, big football Hall of Fame city. Year round, we always have stuff going on. So it's always crazy here, but not this year. I miss it. I'm always volunteering the whole week, and it's an awesome city to live in. And so, you know what, as far as who I am, that's a loaded question, because my over 42 years has been a wild ride, as I'm sure Glenn, you could say as well, right?
Sure.
I was just telling Heather that, she was asking me how long I've been in the insurance industry, and it's been 8 years. At that time, came right out of a divorce, and I'd been in retail management, property management, looking for a position, and I thought, why not just one income? Why not jump on 100% commission sales job? What was I like? That was a leap of faith.
Right.
And I knew it was right with the company. So I jumped into that, and really,
and you're with Aflac, right?
Yeah. So I work for the Duck. So it's really an amazing job, and just talking with people, relationships with people, and consulting it every day, and new agents, developing new agents, just a lot of different aspects that has really grown me as a person, and also tested wow, you figure out, and I'm sure you can attest, Glenn, with starting your own business and making I mean, it's a lot.
It is a
And
lot.
with being a single mom and having that pressure, it was, and I think that was good because I think when a lot of people get in 100% commissions or sales, man, my motivation, it was like, hey, you want to eat, you got to work, you know?
Right.
So yeah, so it's
you're
been
up
a
there.
wild ride, and woo,
Yeah. So you're up there in Ohio. You're doing the Affleck thing. You're raising
yeah.
it's two boys, right?
Yeah, so my youngest is 12. My oldest is going to be 18 here soon.
Hey, check you out, girl.
Yeah, so yeah.
You're like, get out.
Yep.
One of them. Just go. You're 18
That's what
now.
I'm saying.
We done laid the
Yeah,
groundwork,
he's
the
got a job.
foundation.
He's good. Yeah.
See, that's that grit in Carrie. You see, Heather, I don't know
Mm.
if you've noticed, but she's got like this gangster going. She's like twang, gangster, like that accent. She's got that grit, that spit.
That's
like,
the perfect combination,
yeah,
man.
dude.
Yeah, that cracks me up because people always tell me I have an accent, and that you've identified the whole. I don't know what happened there, but that's awesome. I'm gonna have to write that down. Gangster grit. I don't know what that was, but
Yes, that's what it is.
I'll
Like,
take it. That's cool.
I love it. She's fierce, she's fire, she's a princess, all wrapped into one. She's all of that. That's cool, Carrie. So how about let's talk about the CB19. That's what we're gonna call it now. We don't call it the full word because Facebook might get mad at that, and we don't call it that, but we're gonna just call it
I was sitting here
CB19.
thinking CV19.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
glad you
see?
clarified. I'm like,
I'm trying to beat the algorithms, beat the
Talking
systems.
in
I'm always
code,
worried
man.
about the system. So, how
yeah.
has that life been treating you? How's that shifted for you over the last 6-7 months?
I'm not gonna lie, it's been a challenge, especially with our industry. Glenn, my clientele, they're nursing homes, they're hospitals. I can't go in. So fourth quarter is generally, I don't know when the busiest time is, maybe when people get their tax money back in the car business. I don't know. But for ours, it's fourth quarter because renewals are the first of the month for medical and stuff. So I can't go into all those places. And usually, I mean, this is my crazy time. So it's really been a challenge. Yeah, I'm going to be honest, trying to work through that.
Yeah.
So figure out some different ways. So if anybody out there is in I'm with you. We're all getting through it. So yeah, just got to stay encouraged and connect up with good people. So
Yeah, that's it. How have you been able to do that? Because I see you post and stuff. You're positive, you're smiling, you're still fighting through. So even though the struggles are there and exist, what do you think it is that's like carrying you through and keeping you positive?
you know what's interesting? It's okay. So I told you I got the Glenn chatboard too over there. I know you can't read it, but so it says life happens by design or default. I don't know if you. Oh, okay. So it's straight. I thought it'd be backwards if you zoom in.
No, we got it.
So I look at that every day because I can wake up in the morning and
I like that.
yeah, but it's not when I think of life, you think of that's a whole overwhelming thing to look at. But when you break it down and just every day by design or default, right? So I try to just wake up in the morning, and you know how sometimes you don't want to get out of bed. You're just it's overwhelming, but just kind of take one step at a time, and keep moving and try to stay in a positive. Talk to we got our core group of people here, and we blow each other's messenger up, and Vicki and Janelle and Sarah were constantly, I mean. Yeah, that's what I have to do every day is just stay positive and keep moving because it's too easy just to slip back into bed. And
No doubt.
just, so that's it. So there's my reminder every day, my chalkboard.
Dude, I love that. Heather, what do you think about that?
Yeah, I was wondering, like, I was trying to picture like what you were like maybe as a young woman and a young girl. Were you kind of that gritty, like I'm going to run through the mud and the fire and life by design and all of that, or was that something that you learned or just kind of grew into? What was your personality default, I guess?
Yeah, so I don't know. I grew up, my dad's always been a pastor as long as I can remember. I grew up in a Christian family, amazing. If you were to say perfect. I mean, no family is perfect, but my parents were incredible. Just in, so I had that grounding. So, I think, like I said earlier, just going into that commission position and that transition, it's, man, those transitions in our lives, I think sometimes we think, how am I going to get through this? Those are the things that really make you better. I mean, the opportunities and the people that I met, and I'm glad I went through all that stuff,
So you weren't jumping through mud and fire before then. That just kind of brought that
no,
lion out of you, like Jack said yesterday.
I volunteer for. I pay to do that stuff. I love it. I love it. And Glenn, you want to make the announcement at your property? Let's do it.
Make the announcement. It's official.
Yes, we're going to discuss that announcement a little bit further when we're.
It's April, y'all. Put it on your calendar.
Hey, the ladies are taking over this morning. And Carrie, you mentioned Messenger and messaging with other members of the group.
Right.
I know that you and Janelle have always been tight. You and Vicky. I saw that you and Otako Sarah Ball hooked up. I was like, oh Lord,
Oh boy,
we go.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Here we go.
Y'all aren't ready.
Fierce and feisty and gritty, all wrapped up in one. But you actually, a lot of people wouldn't know this, but for the last couple of years, you have randomly sent me songs, videos.
Oh, that's awesome.
Encouraging words, and they always seem to come at just like the right time. Like they're just perfect. They're just right what I need, right when I need it. So I've always just kind of wanted to ask you, like, no one else is in the room, it's just you and I. What like compels you to send those to me? Because they've meant so much to me over the years. So I was just wondering on your side, what triggers you to where you're like, you know what, I'm gonna send Glenn a message today.
So I think it's, I just have a heart for other people, and especially, I just really appreciate when people do that to me and reach out, because we're all having rough days right now. When somebody just reaches out and, hey, I'm thinking about you. Hey, just wanted to say hi. I'm praying for you, or send you a song, or just I don't know. That just means so much to me. And so just by knowing how that, I just want to do it for others. That's it. I just love people.
It's a quick. I mean, what's it take? It takes 20 seconds, right? It takes 20 seconds,
right.
30 seconds. Share an encouraging message, but it really does make an impact. It really does. So, Carrie, thank you again for doing that for me. It's meant really a lot, and I've been wanting to thank you for a while. Oh, hold on. Say that.
Like hashtag. I want to know what kind of songs though this is. Is this like start your day right? You know what I'm saying? Or is it like inspirational?
Yeah.
Like what kind of song? What do you send people? What's your jam?
Okay. Glenn, do you remember I don't know what I'm doing here. I got a mustache going on. Do you remember? That's when I do my best thinking. No. No. So, do you remember the song I Was Made for This?
Yes.
Right?
I do. Yep.
That song hit me, and I was like, Glenn, we got to listen to this. And it was just like, oh man, I think at that time in my life too, maybe for Glenn, for you, that's why it was just so just stuff like that.
We ended up building a whole series around it. We ended up selling T-shirts that were made for this. Yeah.
I need to hear this song.
Yeah, Carrie sends me this song. I'm like, pow. We end up running it multiple times throughout the show. Created a series around it, and we had T-shirts that. What did the T-shirts say? It was Rising.
It was a flag one.
Yeah,
then it says I was made for this.
Flag, and then said I was made for this right across the front of it. All because of one message that Carrie sent me. Like, that's how powerful it can be, folks. That's why the morning 5 includes that 5th step, right? So no snooze button first thing in the morning. Don't touch your phone. Gratitude and goals. Take care of the physical. And then step 5, man, send out an encouraging message, because you never know who's going to get it at the exact right moment that can inspire. That message that Carrie sent ended up inspiring, hundreds, if not
crazy.
thousands of people around the country to make moves. Dude, I see you're heavily involved. Like I always see you at conferences. I see you, you're reading the books. You're like involved in self-development. You're out, jumping over fire pits and doing all kinds of crazy stuff, right? Like you're constantly developing yourself. So how do you think self-development plays into your role as a mom with your
Oh,
boys
wow.
being a single mom?
Hmm. You know what's interesting is your your kids are watching. Um, and
Mm.
I obviously did it just to get me through things and self-development, right? And learn something new, purpose to learn something new every day and just invest into myself. But um, it was funny because uh, my oldest son, shout out to Ethan if he watches this later, but he on vacation when we went to see Sarah and Josh and Ben and got to see a few people there. But
Yeah, I was
on the way
there, by
down
the way.
to
Yeah.
on the way down to North Carolina, I noticed he brought all his John Maxwell books, and
Okay.
they're what? Yeah, I mean, your kids are watching, and I'll pick him up books and Dale Carnegie. He's reading that now, and I'm like,
Mm,
That's a
kid
mom
are
win.
you? Like,
Good
yeah.
yeah,
job,
it's kind
mama.
of like
Good
that,
job.
Yeah, so
Wow.
um yeah, that just, oh man, that warms my heart. That warms my heart.
That's
So
huge.
um
That's
Hmm.
huge.
yeah,
You
yeah.
you you look at the stats, you hear the stats, right? And single moms, it's a tough,
Yes. Yes.
tough gig. And a lot of times the kids, they can go either way, right? They can
Right.
go either way. They could sometimes lose their way in those situations. And so for you to be leading by example, right? A lot of times people think self-development is a selfish thing, and it really is
Oh
the
no.
exact opposite, right? As you serve self, there are others that are watching. There are others that it makes an impact on. And so here you are, you got an 18-year-old and a 12-year-old, and they're traveling with Maxwell and Carnegie.
What
Are
kind
you
of
Right.
men are they
kidding
going to
me?
be? Can you imagine the men that these boys are going to be one day? That's incredible.
That is incredible. Sarah Ball's on that right now too. Her son's on day 64. Day
Mm-hmm.
64 of the 67-day challenge. This boy has been getting
Yes.
up first thing in the morning,
The
gratitude, journal,
time.
taking care of the physical, doing all
Oh,
that.
my kid's got to level up. How do you go wake them up right now?
He's on day
Whoa.
64, man. What is
Her
that
kids,
habit going to
man.
do?
I
Her
love her
kids.
kids. They're
Yeah,
awesome. Her
it's
boys,
really
man,
cool.
they're
Amazing.
crazy. They're like my boys. They're crazy. I'm not gonna lie. But
Little crazy's good. Little
yeah,
crazy's
It's
good.
yeah.
good.
Oh, they're
It's
a lot
good.
crazy, but it's good.
Hey, you guys hang on here for just a second. Hey, that's my friend Heather Parody and then Carrie Lynne Carter over on the other side. We're having a really good time this morning. And of course, time flies when you're having fun. So it's going on right about 6 o'clock a.m. right now. And so I understand if you've got to go, you got to get out of here. I do want to announce and let you know that next month we're going to be doing some amazing things as we support and raise awareness, breast cancer awareness. Next month in October, we're going to be supporting a local organization called My Pink Navigator that goes out of its way to help those that are battling breast cancer feel comfortable as they go through chemo treatments and things that they didn't even know to expect. So look for that starting tomorrow here in October. We're going to have some opportunities for you to get involved with that, some opportunities for you to join in, so on and so forth. It's going to be absolutely amazing. Look, this month, the hashtag Rise and Grind September Spotlights has been incredible. We've got to meet amazing humans like Carrie Lynne Carter and others that have been on our show throughout the last month. It's been an amazing opportunity. And if you haven't done so already, seriously, on the for real, like you and me, let's have a chat, especially after what I saw last night. That stuff was nuts, dude. The world is a little bit crazy. Let's just say it. Let's just admit it. Come on. It's just me and you talking. The world's a little crazy, and everybody could use a safe place where they can find motivation, education, and inspiration to get us through these times. So shameless plug, if you haven't done so already, I need you to invite your friends to join the hashtag Rise and Grind group. We just got to get them in here, man. It changes things. It changes lives. It connects people all across the United States and around the globe. It's powerful. I know you've been busy this month. I know you've been doing things and so on and so forth. I totally get it. Will you take some time today, go into the hashtag Rise and Grind group, hit the invite button. You never know who's going to need it. You never know when that message is going to come at the exact right time for the exact right person. This is fact. We
Amen.
know it in this room. We've all connected in different ways, right? Carrie Lynne from one video on social, Heather and I from her podcast, and look where that's come, right? So it's a big deal. So I'm just challenging those of you, if you have to get out of here now, go ahead. We're going to hang out here for just a little bit longer, the three of us. But please take some time, invite some people into the group. It's an amazing thing. It's all been made by you that are watching, you that are in the group. You're what makes it amazing. And so I don't feel bad going, dude, do it. Invite the people in. Are you kidding me? Let's go. Carrie Lynne Carter, what does hashtag Rise and Grind mean to you?
You know, it's interesting because I knew you were going to ask that question, so I kind of thought about it. You know, I think when you're around, when you know better, you do better. When you're around people that are doing better, you do better. What is that saying? If you hang around four idiots, you're going to be the fifth or something like that.
Right.
Listen, I mean, you know, no, it is that
You're in spoke for the
accountability.
day.
Right.
You know, it's that accountability. I think when I see people on Facebook say, I can't believe all this negativity and all these people, my friends, and I'm just going to jump off, and I'm thinking, I don't have that.
That's it.
Like I got,
Yeah.
right? I got encouragement. I got people on there that are, you know, and I'm like, okay, we're doing all right, you know?
That's
So
right.
yeah, that's what it is. It's just a community that, and family, and, yeah, when you're around better, you do better. And that's what I love about it. You know, keeps you in that positive mindset and keeps you going, and people that I can reach out to and that can reach out to me. That's it. That's good stuff right there.
That's it. When
Amen.
you're around better, you do better. You agree with that, Heather?
Ah,
If you're
ooh.
in a room with four idiots, does that make you the fifth?
So good, so good. And what I love is what Glenn said earlier about how the world, you know, it's chaotic and it's all this, but what's so much more powerful than darkness is light. And that's what I love about this community, and the message that Glenn's putting forth is it literally drives out darkness. Light does. It's over here. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Super strong. Love that. Love that. Drives out darkness. All right. We're going to put Carrie Lynne Carter on a mountaintop here in just a second. Not yet. Not yet. Before we do, I got to give Heather an opportunity here. So Heather, you know, jump in. You guys just met. You and Carrie. I've been kind of controlling the whole conversation this morning because I've been so excited. So you get to hit Carrie
I
Lynne
have
Carter
something
right here. Give him one. This is it. Your stage. Whoa! I hear the kiddo.
My daughter just woke up. I'm sorry.
You're trying to get out of this.
All right, Heather.
This is a very important question. Very important. Okay.
Okay.
And I'm not sure if you want to say it on live, but hold on, baby. Mommy's asking a very important question to a very important lady. What is your hashtag Rise and Grind emoji?
Oh, the dance. You know, I'm a dancer. So I'm the dance in the red dress, like Vicky knows what color it is, the red dress.
How was that initiated to you? Was there like a conversation, or did they just drop it in the comments? Because I'm just trying to figure out this whole adoption process with Vicky and the secret thing everybody has going on. Because I think I got a pity emoji because I was complaining about it. I was like, why don't I have an emoji? And I was throwing a fit like a baby. And so she's like, okay, coffee cup. But I want to know if that's like a normal initiation or if there's something extra going on. Don't lie to me, Carrie.
I'll have to tell you later. No.
Something else.
The first rule of Fight Club is we don't talk about Fight Club. You're talking about some top secret private info here. This is a live stream. There's 100 people watching this thing right now. Are you kidding me?
I'm trying to help out the citizens of the world who are about to gather around the mountaintop so they can be initiated in too.
We need a
Special.
zombie. We need a zombie emoji. Do they not have those? I mean, that'd be awesome.
Instead of a cup of coffee, we should switch Heather to the zombie emoji.
Yeah. We need to find that. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Carrie Lynne Carter, you, my dear, are at the top of a mountain. And all of civilization, including all of the zombies of the world, are at the base of the mountain, right? And they're looking up at you and they're cheering your name. They're like, Carrie, Carrie, Carrie. It actually started as a slow clap, right? It was like, and then everybody started clapping, Carrie, Carrie, Carrie. And they walk over, they hand you a microphone. You've got 2 minutes to drop something on them, some practical application wisdom, something they can apply in their life today, this week, this month, this year. What are you going to tell them?
I think, Glenn, you were just talking a little bit about what we saw last night and what I turned off after about 20 minutes. But, you know, you hear everybody's in the same boat. Everybody's going through the same thing. And I would just encourage people. I don't think that's true. I think, you know, right now, I know everybody's like, focus on business and do you and get your money. And, you know, and I make sure that, you know, folks, that you're really, I think everybody's in a different boat right now. You know, we need to really look around and just reach out, like, you know, we were talking about, and just check on people, encourage them, send them something. We got people that are in a raft, in a kayak, trying to battle through everything, right? And then we got people on our cruise ship that are drinking their drink and their cocktail and everything's like good, right? Yeah. But really, like, just, you know, I mean, I know it's good. We got to focus on things. We all got to have income. We all got to do what we got to do. But make sure that you're reaching out to other people, and really, because that's what this group is about. That's what I love about this group. It's not only, you know, business minded and business stuff, but also just doing a lot of awesome things just within everybody's community and just loving on people. And that's what I love the most about this group. So that's what I got on the mountain.
Everybody's cheering. They're like, "Oh, that was good, Carrie. Get some more. Get some more, Carrie." Woo!
Big claps, big claps.
And then she jumps off the mountain and there's a fire and she's like,
"Oh, a mosh pit." Woo!
A mosh pit. Wow. You know, Carrie, you really struck a chord. You really struck a chord with that, because we so quickly feel like our perception of the world is reality.
Yeah.
And the truth is, everyone is in a different boat.
That's the truth.
Everyone is in a different boat. And I think that this is a season of understanding that fact right there, that we all are in different boats. We come from different backgrounds. We were raised differently. We're experiencing things differently. We're experiencing this whatever the word is that we don't want to use on Facebook so they don't kill our feed, but we're experiencing this season differently, all of us. And if we could understand that versus allowing it to divide us, the world would be a so much better place. Thank you for sharing that this morning. That's some really, really powerful stuff. Powerful stuff. Carrie Lynne Carter, you are an amazing human being. Uniquely made by the God of the universe. The God that made everything, made you to be the absolute best version of yourself that you could possibly be. And girl, you're living it out. You're doing it every
Just getting started.
day. Just getting started.
Just getting started.
I'll take it. I'll accept that. Yeah.
And the decisions that you're making, they're making an impact on your friends, on your family members, on those boys that are running around with Maxwell and Carnegie in the car.
So cool.
Because of your decisions. It's making an impact. And this morning, you've made an impact on us, me specifically.
And Heather Parody.
Love you for it.
Specifically.
Right. And Heather Parody. Oh, how do you do that? Love. Everybody take a screenshot of that. All right, dude, put the heart stuff. Put the hearts up. There you go. All right, smile big. Everybody take a screenshot. Awesome, dude. Feel the peace. Awesome. Carrie, thanks so much for being on here with me
Right,
this
thank
morning.
you.
I absolutely stinking love you. Dude, that was Carrie Lynne Carter. Are you kidding me? She's amazing. What'd you think of Carrie Lynne Carter, Heather?
She's fire.
She's fire. Straight fire, right?
I need to level up. I literally, listening to all these stories, I'm just like, it's so encouraging just to level up in my own life, man. I need to start running more. I need to start giving my kids some Maxwell books. I don't care if they're 7. They need to start reading that stuff.
Read
Get it
the
together.
book. Put
Get it
down
together.
Dr. Seuss and pick up your Maxwell.
Level
right now.
up, y'all. Rise and grind.
Dude, I love it. Hey, if you haven't done so already, make sure you hit that share button. The best way we can honor our guests. It is not easy to pop in here at 5:30 in the morning, especially when you're the grand finale, right? It's not easy to pop in here 5:30 a.m., but Carrie Lynne Carter did it like a pro. So do me a favor, hit the share button, blow her up today, message her, encourage her, send her songs and videos and dancing and parachuting and all the other things that she loves. Blow her up today, serve her and serve her well. That is the best thing that we can do. Also, I need you to go out there, right? Go out there and just have an amazing, spectacular, over-the-top, phenomenal day. Remember that some people are in a kayak. Some people are on a boat. Some people are on a cruise ship. Everybody is in a different boat right now. So let's understand. Let's try to understand one another, love one another, encourage one another, continue to create that space of motivation, education, and inspiration, and just go out there and have an amazing day. Tomorrow starts a new month, October 1, going into the fourth quarter of 2020, the fourth quarter. Super excited about it. We have a lot of amazing things coming for you. If you're listening on the podcast, thanks for tuning in. If you're watching on YouTube, we appreciate you over there. And if you're watching on the live replay later at 5:30 Pacific time, know that we love you. Make sure you drop a comment in there so I know you were there. I'll go back and I'll say good morning. Have an incredible day, humans. See ya. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you, my friend? How are you, my friend? See, there's no excuse for you not pushing yourself to the next level. In order for you to create a new you must have a new mindset. When teams come together, we can create things that are greater than the sum of all of their parts.